10-year-old Timmy Turner was reading his new Crimson Chin comic book when he realized the Crimson Chin was in trouble. The Chin had been strapped to a giant mechanical knee by his knee-themed nemesis, the bronze kneecap, and was about to have his reflexes majorly tested by a 60-foot radioactive doctor robot. The Chin looked like a goner. With time running out, Timmy did what any normal 10-year-old boy would do. He turned to his fairies for help. They used their magic to make Timmy vanish and reappear in the comic book as Cleft, the boy Chin Wonder. Cleft quickly fired several chinarangs from his utility cleft, cutting the Chin free in the nick of time. Timmy's use of his utility cleft may have saved the Chin, but the reflex caused the giant leg to kick a giant soccer ball towards Cincinnati City Hall. There was only one thing to do. Well, two things, actually. "I'll take care of the soccer ball," said Timmy. "Which leaves the bronze kneecap to me," replied the Chin. "Go, chin-tastic duo, go!" Cleft, the boy Chin Wonder, used his utility cleft to produce a giant head of Pele, the world's greatest soccer player, headbutting the soccer ball back from whence it came. Meanwhile, in the next panel, the bronze kneecap had nearly defeated the Crimson Chin, when suddenly Cleft's quick thinking gave the Chin the perfect opportunity to send the bronze kneecap right into the Cincinnati jail. "That was easy," said Timmy. "Almost too easy," thought the Chin. When suddenly the Cincinnati 200th birthday celebration was being interrupted by the Chin's other body part-based nemesis, the Iron Lung. The wind-themed bad guy was using his mighty sucking and blowing powers to blow out the candle on the city's giant birthday cake, and blow the cake and our heroes toward the statue of Cincinnati. The Chin would be crushed. Cleft would be squashed. And Ms. Cincinnati would be pulverized. Which meant the first runner-up, Ms. Cincinnati, would have to assume her duties. "I'll take the cake, Cleft," said the Chin. "And I'll break the wind," replied Cleft. "Break, Cleft! Break like the wind!" Using his mighty Chin as a rudder, the Chin steered the cake safely away from the statue, while Cleft faced off with the lung. Cleft realized that in order for the lung to blow, he had to suck. "He needs clean air," thought Cleft. Thinking fast, Cleft used his mighty utility cleft to produce a 1947 Buick Packard, the ancient automobile's out-of-date smog-producing engine, produced enough exhaust to choke the lung and stop his wild wind-blowing spree. Coughed the lung. Corking the lung's mouth gave the chin ample opportunity to deliver some well-deserved jaw-based justice. Another day, another villain defeated. And a nice hero's sidekick gets his nice reward. Happy birthday, Cincinnati.
Help! Help!
Or is it?
The Crimson Chin and Cleft had just defeated the Bronze Kneecap and the Iron Lung when... Horror of unspeakable horrors! It was yet another of the Chin's metallic-based body part-themed arch-enemies. The Copper Cranium! Using his extra metal skull like a wrecking ball, he was chipping away at the wall of the First National Bank of Cincinnati. Are all of your villains this stupid? Cleft queried. Only the stupid ones, barked the Mandible of Might. And with a quick game of rock, paper, scissors to see who would dispatch the copper-headed creep. Ha! Paper beats rock! The Chin was off! Finished? Already? But I just started narrating! Well, that was easy. Perhaps too easy. What are these villains up to? Do the Chin and Cleft suspect there may be some master plan involved in this? And why can't Cleft ever win rock, paper, scissors?
The Crimson Chin and his small boy sidekick Cleft, the boy Chin Wonder, who were taking a brief respite from their crime fighting when... the theater was under attack! It was the Crimson Chin's arch-based arch-enemy, the Gilded Arches. Yes, a former child star whose feet grew when he hit puberty, while the rest of his body stayed small and scrawny. The Gilded Arches was trying to destroy any theater that no longer showed his movies, which was all of them. But none stuck in his craw more than some guy's Asian American movie house. The most famous theater in Cincinnati that never let the Gilded Arches put his feet in their cement. And so, he was going to put his feet on the theater. The Chin-tastic couple knew they couldn't defend the theater forever. And they knew every bad guy had his Achilles heel. If only they could find this foot-based fiend's Achilles heel, they could bring him to heel. His heel, cried the Mandible of Might. I'm on it, replied the Dimple of Decency. Unable to do evil in the face of uncontrolled hysterics, the Arch had no defense against justice. And gave villainy the boot. That was a pun, wasn't it? Look, they can't all be gems, you know. Guys? When we last left the Crimson Chin and Cleft the boy Chin-wonder, they weren't fighting this guy and were nowhere near a boxing ring. But after a 3-state burglary spree of nail salons, glove factories, and a bank, because somebody has to pay for all those manicures and gloves, Oslo Punchlowski, a.k.a. the Brass Knuckles, challenged the jutting jowl of justness to 10 rounds of bare-knuckle brawling to settle their arch-nemesisness once and for all. And now, let's get ready to... Hey! I'm in the cartoon! Hi, Mom! And realizing that nobody smacked the announcer around, the Chin pounced. The Chin was on the ropes. Thinking quickly, Cleft reached into his utility cleft and... smartly played a quick game of... Why are you hitting yourself? And before he knew it, Knuckles understood the old phrase, big hands, big bruises. And so, beaten and bruised by his own big hands, the Brass Knuckles was hurled into prison with every other bad guy in Cincinnati. Why are these jerks smiling? Have all these stupid crimes been a part of some sinister scheme? And what happened to that big robot from our first webisode? For the answer to these and other questions, the giant Doctor Robot, back from a game of Giant Dr. Golf, had finally returned. And together, the 5 villains leapt into the big robot. Knuckles, Arches, Cranium, Lungs, Kneecap. Together they form the body of evil. Oh, crud! Sighed the dimpled daredevil. Cleft, the boy Chin-wonder, knew that Chin was outmatched. He could take out 1 villain, maybe 2. But 5? Cleft thought. The robot had a head, a torso, legs, arms, and feet. What was it missing? A heart! And so, Cleft did what any sidekick would do in a situation like this. He called for his fairies again. Cosmo and Wanda quickly turned Cleft into his alter ego, which makes him Timmy's alter ego. the heart of gold. Yes, that's right! The heart of gold jumped into the body of evil! Good versus bad. Right versus wrong. Who would win? Well, whose cartoon is this? And with the bad guys in separate jail cells, and the balance of good versus evil restored, it was time for Cleft to return home. And Timmy's dad, seeing Timmy in his costume, assumed it was Halloween, and smacked him with a big bag of candy. A mighty reward for a job well done. And as they say on the last page, the end. The end! Oh, right. Can I have some of that? Fine, I'll just sit here and starve.